being filmed for HBO, so keep those laughs up, okay? Hey, very good. Right now I need a profession.
Train driver.
A train driver. Thank you very much. A train driver. Big old train. I also need a personality trait.
Jack Nicholson.
Schizophrenia.
Schizophrenic? Okay, we've had schizophrenic the last 6 weeks, so we're going to move on to something different.
That's an easy one.
Cannibalistic.
All right. Yeah, cannibalistic. Okay, this should be fun. Hi, and welcome to Mike in the Morning. It's your favorite KPBS program here in the morning, and I'm Mike. We have an exciting show for you today. We're talking to train drivers who are cannibals. So let's introduce our first guest right now. She's a train driver for the South Pacific. Here she is, Laurie O'Neill. Hi. Why do you have a seat over there?
Sorry.
Now, Laurie, how long have you been a train driver?
Oh, years. 10 years now, I guess, ever since I flunked out of college.
You flunked out of college?
Yeah, well, I had some problems with studying. I'd get in these study groups, and then one person would end up missing, and then another person would end up missing. They kind of just tossed me out.
So, are you saying that you were a cannibal before you were a train driver?
Oh, hell yes. Oh, I've been a cannibal for years.
What made you become a cannibal?
Oh, hunger, really.
Hunger. So you basically like eating human
Flesh, yeah.
flesh, human
Yeah.
flesh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's good. It's really good.
It's a very controversial subject. You may have read a magazine article in Today a couple of weeks ago. It was written by our next guest, Dr. Jeanne Cleghorn. I'd like to bring her out right now. Okay. Now, Jeanne, you've been studying this phenomenon of train drivers who are cannibals. Now, you found this correlation between train drivers that are cannibals. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but...
Excuse me, we're not the camera, so let's move around a little bit. Go ahead.
Train drivers who are cannibals has been with us for a long, long time.
Now, is it true that Casey Jones was a cannibal?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, Casey, yeah.
Now, that is why the train compartment that the train drivers are in is sealed off completely from the rest of the train.
Oh, is that correct?
And that is why, even to this day, on subways, if you see the sign that says, "Do not talk to drivers."
Oh.
If you get that driver's attention, you may not be around for long. Being a driver's lunch is
Yeah, I
the way it is.
understand. Now, here's another guest. He's a former train driver, and hopefully a former cannibal. I'd like to introduce right now Gary Conti. Now, Gary, tell the people your sad, sad story. You were once a cannibal, is that correct?
It's true. I was a cannibal, and of course I was a train driver. I was a train driver long before I was a cannibal. I actually went to train driver school, and that's where I learned to eat flesh.
Now, is it true that you and Laurie at one time were working together?
Working together, having snacks together, dinner sometimes. Depends on how busy the trains were.
I see. Now, so she slowly...
She started me on the whole flesh-eating thing. She gave me a piece one night. She said, "Here, try it. It tastes just like chicken."
I didn't know that.
It's like joining a sorority or something. They know the history of train drivers having eaten flesh.
So this has actually been a secret society.
Yes.
Up till now.
Up till now.
We're
I
supposed to.
believe Gary wanted to break out of it.
It's a hazing form. It's the worst form of hazing that could possibly go on in a society.
Oh, you like the dinner I made you. You like that tarragon sauce.
The sauce was very good.
Now, Gary, now you are a vegetarian, is that correct?
It's true. I don't eat meat of any form.
Okay, very good. Laurie, what do you have to say about this? Actually, this is not acceptable in our society today, this whole cannibal thing. Now, you were starting the Society of Cannibal Eaters Anonymous, aren't you?
Yes, various reasons. Some people just don't seem to understand. I mean, we all know people who we wouldn't mind just not having on the face of the earth. And some people write to me, they say this person, you know, and I figure I'm doing society a great favor. I mean, the politicians, a lot of them just fall out of the public eye. Well, some of them are in my freezer. Is that a problem? I don't think so.
They taste so bad.
They do taste bad, but it's, you know, it's either that or thieves, and they're so tough.
I don't know why the law looks the other way when it comes to train driving cannibals. I just don't know.
Now, Dr. Cleghorn, you've written a book.
Yes.
And could you tell the public about this book?
My book, Planes, Trains, and Cannibals, it talks about Gary's illness and the onset of this cannibalism in our society.
All right, Gary, do you have a last word for our audience?
If you're ever on a very long distance train cross country and there's no stops, make sure your door's locked.
Well, that's all the time we have here on Mike in the Morning. We'd like to thank our guests, and we'll see you next week. Once again, good night.